Okay, we're super late because we had the cab drive from hell, but we'll tell you about that later. But we're super excited. We're at the track and field venue right now, and it hasn't started yet. We've got about 5 minutes before it starts, so we basically just got here just in time, and we're excited because we got box seats today. So just kind of give you an idea.
You have your finger right in front of the camera.
Oh, sorry.
Still. Better.
Sorry for my finger in front of the camera. But so we're super excited. We're going to find our box now and enjoy track and field. And we'll be sure to tell you about this cab ride because I keep making jokes about almost dying, and we literally almost got in a head-on car accident. But anyway, we're here. So see what happens. Let's go USA. Okay, so we found our seats. Like I said, it was an interesting trip to get here. But man, this is the way to do it if you're gonna do it. We couldn't get the greatest seats every time, but we got pretty good seats. So this is our little box here. And this will be our view.
100 meters. That's the first of 3 in this morning session. Of course, we have the long jump as well as the shot put to close off the first session of the men's decathlon. Of course, they have 10 long events to go. We also have the preliminary round.
If you can see these little white remote control cars going back and forth at the hammer, here and here. They're retrieving the hammer, and then somebody's sitting on the side with a little remote control, and they bring the hammers back to the throwers. So cute. Okay, so we just watched track and field for 3 hours, and I have to honestly say, no offense to basketball, everyone knows I love basketball, but I think track and field was my favorite so far. It was, if you have ADHD, don't go, because it was like sensory overload. There was things going on. We saw parts of the men's decathlon, we saw women's high jump, we saw hammer throw, shot put, the preliminaries of the 100-meter women, and we saw Shikari run, and then we saw the men's 1500 meters qualifying. So that was it was awesome. I can't explain it. It was just, and we had great seats. We showed you the seats. It was really great. But I have to tell you about the ride there. So we said we were going to take public transport. So to get down from Mount Everest, where we're staying, we had to take this. We got a ticket that's good for an hour. We figured it was for all public transportation. So we go. It just goes down like 3 flights of steps, and that's it. So we get to the metro station. Nadine went through for some reason, and then I couldn't get through. So I had to go talk to the guy who didn't speak English, and figured out I needed to buy a second ticket. So we bought a second ticket. Then we get to where we were going, and we went out the wrong door. We couldn't get back in. Anyway, I said, forget it. Let's just grab a cab because we're going to be late. So we see a cab coming, and we're like, okay, let's run across the street so that we could jump in safely on the other side of the street. So we run across the street, and there's like a bus stop thing there. I'm thinking the cab, we're hailing the cab, the lady's gonna pull into the thing. She just pulls up right and stops in the middle of the street. So we like dive in the car, and everyone's honking, whatever. So we're driving, I don't know how many times, the first thing she decides to do is drive the wrong way on a bicycle-only lane thing. So all these bikes, but the wrong way, not like with the traffic. She was driving like this against the bicycles. And then she's saying, please move. And they're like, no, we're like 10 bikes here, we're not moving, lady, you're in the wrong direction. So we had to back out of that into an intersection. Anyway, finally we ended up, we still went the wrong way down the bike thing. She just went out, let the bikes go, then she drove down the bike lane. Then we're driving, okay, so here's the car in front of us, here's us. This car is turning left. Well, meanwhile, there's a car here that's turning right, okay? Well, she tries to pass the car on the left that had its left-hand blinker on, the same time this car is turning right. This much to a head, all right, we were going slow, but we almost head-on collision. We were like, Jesus. So we can read, we know what the place was called, Stade de France, French Stadium, whatever. So we're driving and we're seeing signs, Stade de France, and we're like, oh, there it is. Drove right past it. And so we're like, should we say something? So I said to the lady, excuse me, but we just passed where we're going. She's like, oui, oui. Kept going, said, I'm using my GPS. And we're like, right, your GPS, but the stadium is right there. Drove another 10 minutes in the wrong direction, turned around, came through the city, still didn't know what the heck was going on. And then, so we're like, look, lady, you just drop us off. Just let us get out of this cab, we'll walk, because it was, whatever. We drive up to the stadium, it's from the other direction now, 15 minutes later, and she slows down, you can see where the people are, you can see all this stuff, it's the bloody Olympics, there's stuff everywhere. And she pushes on the gas, passes it again. And Nadine's going, no! So we're like, stop! So she's like, no, and we're like, yes, stop. Stop this what's it called, taxi cab right now. So we hop off in the middle of the highway, not really highway, but luckily the police kind of had some parts of it blocked off so they could hit my car. So that's what it took us to get here. So that's our story. But no, track and field was fantastic, and we want to go to another fan zone, but this one was right near the venue. So do you want to show a little bit the fan zone we found here?
Allez, mesdames et messieurs, des applaudissements pour Yannick Borel qui était là il y a quelques jours ici avec nous sur la fan zone. Il fait bonne préparation, il lâche bien le bras sur sa flèche. Vous voyez, les gens sont complètement battus.
So, and here they have beer with alcohol. All the drinks in the venues are alcohol free, which is good for us, so we're gonna have a little break. But so we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, watch some stuff on the big screen, and then we're gonna head back and try to find the other fan zone. But our plans are always changing, so I'm not sure. But now we're gonna just relax for a minute, have a beer, and enjoy the atmosphere of the fan zone, and then make our way back to the city.
Salute.
Merci. So we are tired, but we wanted to try some French food before we left here. Well, we've been having a lot of French food, but this is like our night to really have some nice stuff. So we've got our champagne, some French onion soup, and some calamari, and some nadine. And then for dinner, for our main course, we're gonna have beef bourguignon. I don't know why I think of Julia Child when I say that, but I do. So that's okay, because we don't know, we might get arrested tomorrow or die in a cab crash. So we're gonna do the beef bourguignon tonight, and hope we don't get arrested tomorrow. But if we do, we'll see what trouble we can get into tomorrow. Okay, so we got our beef bourguignon, and I've never had it before, so it's gonna be my first taste. I've had Stoufferé in Belgium, and I've had my mother's smothered steak, and I'm assuming it's on the similar type of thing. There's the beef, obviously, with the sauce, some carrots and potatoes, and this should be super slow cooked, and I'm gonna let you know what I think about it. Delicious. The taste of red wine. No, it's just tender. You can tell it's been slow cooked for I don't know how long. No, it's delicious. Fantastic. Maybe we should stop filming before I start making obscene noises. Fantastic. Okay, so another day when we thought it was going to be a chill evening, we were going to be back home early. But then, I mean, you're just walking around and you run into fan zone and you run into street concerts and you run into people performing in the street. And we wanted to have a nice dinner tonight because we're not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. So we decided to go out. You just saw the video. So, but man, today was really, really, really a fun day. And tomorrow, girl, tomorrow's going to be special. Tomorrow was supposed to be a day off. Tomorrow we were supposed to have off the whole day because we're traveling on Sunday. I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore.
Friday.
Okay, today's Friday. Tomorrow we're supposed to have a day off. But then we randomly got in contact with an old friend from high school who's going to be here for soccer. So she was like, oh, let's meet up at soccer. And I'm like, we don't have tickets. So then we randomly found tickets. It's just such a long story, but so we said, okay, we're gonna do women's soccer. Just so happens USA is playing in the quarterfinals against Japan, so we're gonna see USA women's soccer playing against Japan tomorrow. Then, as we were leaving our room tonight to go out to dinner or go out for whatever, anyway, we passed this little cafe that was the first cafe we stopped in when we got here. And we kind of got really friendly with the staff, and then we went there for brunch a couple days later. And so, like, we know, like, we're all on first name basis. So we walk by, and they're like, "Hey, girls!" So we go in there and they're like, yeah. I'm like, what's going on here? Everything's, yeah, cycling's going on through the city up on the Mount Kilimanjaro where we're living. So we're going to go down tomorrow and we have a table reserved right in front of, right next to our hotel to watch the cycling. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 tomorrow because we're going to go see women's soccer, but we're also going to be able to see the cycling. And oh man, this is really exhausting, but we're gonna drip every last drop of blood out of this week to see everything we can and do everything we can and hear everything we can and see everything we can and taste everything we can to have this full experience. And it's really been a trip of a lifetime. So we'll vlog again tomorrow to let you know how all that stuff goes tomorrow. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you for everyone who's following us. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.